you can keep all the questions focused on the announcements today on the Chaos Reigns expansion, that'd be great. We have about 8 minutes, so we'll keep the time and I'll let you know when we're about to.
Okay, thank you. Marty, Joshua, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thanks.
I'm Angelo Martinez from Skewed and Reviewed Online. Can you talk to us a little bit about Chaos Reigns?
Yeah, it's a new expansion. Feature 2 new characters in it. A lot of action, a lot of good fights. I think everyone's going to like it.
Great.
Yeah, and we also got to announce the next big free feature, Animalities. Really excited today to reveal that finally after months and months and months of work from the team back in NetherRealm.
Yeah, I heard something about a puffer fish.
Puffer fish. I heard it's making big waves on the internet. He's cute.
Am I allowed to say that?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
It's
Okay.
announced for sure. Yeah. He's a cutie, but he ends up killing.
Nice.
Big bloody explosion. So.
I had a question on the animalities. Did you start with a list of animals you wanted in the game and then assign the characters, or did you go the other way?
Totally. Yeah. Like again, we have like a once a week group meeting at the studio. Anybody's invited. For Animalities, yeah, we literally started like you said. Like we went down the list of just like looking at different animals that were exciting. Came up probably like 80 different animals. Then we started like kind of like filtering some out that felt like duplicates, like lions and tigers, right? Probably going to end up doing the same thing. So then we started once we kind of had like a good list, started assigning them to who makes sense on the list. And then it's how they kill you, all the fun stuff.
How do you match each fighter with its own animal? Like, how do you know which animal to match with each fighter?
Yeah, some of them made total sense, right? Like pufferfish, right? Rain, he's water, right? Boom, done. Let's move on to the next one. Some of our characters are big, strong guys, and we had the hippo. It's gonna be Garrus, right? It was really cool. And then we have like Katana. I don't know how much I can't say she hasn't been shown yet, but we have some really cool ones. I feel like they all make total sense once you see them, and they're all what they do is super unique and cool. So totally kind of reinvented from back in MK3 when we last showed anime.
So some of the new character additions, Terminator, Ghostface, Conan, how did you guys choose to, come to these additions to the game?
I don't think we really choose them. They come to us,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we've been doing this for so many years now, with all these like really great IPs and guest characters that it just ended up working for this game that we got the next 3 that we're super excited about and are going to be a great addition to the game.
So Noob Saibot was a favorite for Mortal Kombat 11. What brings him to make a comeback for this one?
What brings him to make a comeback?
Yeah.
I mean, I think all the fans were calling for it to a degree, and I think everyone wanted to see that little bit of what happens to Sub-Zero's storyline along the way. So.
Yeah, he's easily one of my favorites too. So I'm super happy to see him come back, and his stuff that we're working on is awesome. From the in-game stuff, like his intros and big dog stuff. So can't wait to show that stuff off here in 3 months.
We really in story, he really has a cool presence. So I think the fans are going to be thrilled with it.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Can you talk to us a little bit about Sector and Cyrax as well?
Sector is the prison guard you don't want to have. She's tough. And Cyrax she's more of the noob. She's learning things, but there's 2 different types of personalities that as you see in the beginning, there's a bit of a clash, right? Mm-hmm. So.
Did you know the story you wanted telling expansion when you were developing the original story, or is this something you kind of debated where you wanted to go after the original game came out?
I really don't do any of the writing for it, so I don't want to answer that for sure. But I'm sure there's always thought where it's going to go. We know kind of what direction we're going to go into.
Yeah, we didn't write ourselves into a corner or anything like that. definitely feels like just the next step, next evolution.
So recognizing that you guys play a role in the cinematics, do you have a favorite fatality animation?
After probably made like hundreds and hundreds over the years working at NetherRealm, so it's really tough to pick your favorite, but just because Noob's talking about Noob, my favorite's always the Wishbone one back in MK9, the Rip Apart. Also a huge fan, Pop Online always. Punchy always has some great ones, controlling the victim. Very gross, especially this game.
We don't really have too many fatalities in the story because the story it plays like a movie, more or less. So it doesn't break that reality level. We can't do that like gameplay. So.
That makes sense.
Chapter 15 was astonishing visually and cinematic. I mean, when I played it for the first time, I described it as the end game of MK1. How do you plan to top that in the expansion?
No pressure.
No pressure.
Well, I don't know if it's we're out to top it. We're out to do always something different, a new experience. I actually did the pyramid scene that was the inspiration for that in Armageddon years and years ago. And I think when we did that, we wanted to top that scene. Moving forward, it's like I said, it's not really about topping. It's just different thing, giving them something. I don't think you want to top it. You want to give them a new experience.
Has technology evolved to the point where you can destroy a human body any way you want, or is there something that you can't quite do yet?
No, there's sometimes I wanted to, do a certain bit of damage to a character, and I had to settle for something else. Like, I think maybe
It it comes down to time, effort. Like, we have finite resources, right? But bottom line, our stuff looks amazing. Our team and tech team is so talented that we basically get more than we are expecting when we see the final product. So it's always awesome stuff.
Yeah, sometimes we'll go into some of the kills in the combat in story, and we're not quite sure at the beginning what we're going to do, but we work that out in choreography. And chopping off someone's head might turn into splitting it in half. It just depends on.
You don't do mocap for that, right?
No, we do the mocap for the combat, but it ends at some point. Yeah.
We joke with the mocap talent sometimes. Like, can you lose your head at this point? All right.
I think that's great.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you, guys.
Definitely.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.